Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
There we go.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. So, a little bit early today. Not as early as I had hoped, but anyway, a little bit early today. A lot of books, some 3D stuff. Do you want to do that behind us first? Or
Want to do our Christmas in July first?
Yeah, let's get that out of the way.
All right, so, yay, Christmas in July. Well, first we have Five Nights at Freddy's. It's Vanessa with Hallway. And we have Montgomery Gator with Dressing Room. And we have Gladluck Freddy with Dressing Room. Cute little playthings for your
You can put it back that
Five
way.
Nights at Freddy's fans. But it's time for Nightmare Christmas in July. That's right, we have little tiny pops. Pop keychains, right?
Yeah.
We have the Pumpkin King. Pop. We have Jack Skeleton. Pop. You can hand it back to me. I can put it back over here.
Okay, that's a good idea.
And we have Jack Skeleton with Christmas tree. Aren't they cute? Let me have my Five Nights at Freddy's so they don't fall on your head while we're doing the video.
You can go see the movie with me?
Nope.
Jeez.
I should have moved them over a little bit, huh?
Hey, Archie, stop dropping.
Which way they need to go?
I don't know.
Need to go this way. Archie, stop dropping?
Mm-hmm.
All right. There we go. Now you can enjoy those while we watch the rest of the video.
All right, so Archie, Betty and Veronica, Friends Forever Beach Party, out this week.
And then we're going to start off, if I can pick up the comics. Here we go. With a brand new #1 from Dark Horse Comics.
By Scott Snyder and Tula Lotay, and set in 1918, the early days of the barnstorming era, when pilots competed with each other by performing deadlier and more wondrous feats, as we've never seen it before. Pilot John Barron is back from the front lines of the war, where he was injured. At 18 years old, he's an adventurer who lives his life traveling from town to town in his plane, entertaining folks across the country. Okay, wait a minute. He's 18. He's already been to war, got injured. That seems like an awful lot to do. I mean, I guess back then that you could lie and join the army early or whatever.
Yeah, everybody was.
Hang on. Traveling from town to town in his plane, entertaining folks across the country, most of whom have never seen a car, let alone a plane. His world changes when he meets Helen, a young woman who shares his passion for aviation and adventure. They become a traveling act, flying from town to town, delighting folks with their antics. Helen becomes John's wing walker, climbing out on the wing of the plane mid-flight to perform death-defying acrobatics. Along the way, they bond, confessing their secrets, and begin a romance in this lush, character-driven series that explores the early days of aviation and the evolving relationship
and romance between two young pilots.
So that's a lot of words.
I told you it was a lot to read.
And here's a quick trailer about it.
We just had one of you folks here a couple weeks ago. Took people up over the town for $1. Whatever great spell you're looking to cast over this town, lower your expectations. I don't want a good guy.
I'm not a good guy.
Okay, so just a quick question. Everything else I'm fine with, but is that like a robot or
Yes,
something
it is.
sci-fi all of a sudden?
It is.
Where'd the sci-fi element come from?
It's cool.
So that was Barnstormers by Scott Snyder, one of the better comic writers out there these days. And art by Tula Lote, which I don't have. I mean, has she done interiors that we've seen before?
I think I don't know.
I mean, I love her covers. I'm kind of curious to see how her interiors look.
Captain America. Those of you who are following Captain America know that we just finished Omega War. I mean, not Omega War.
Cold War.
Cold War Omega was the name of the. And now we have Captain America number 750.
They're combining the two, Sentinel and Symbol, into one book, Captain America 750, which will begin wrapping up the current storyline before we have a
brand new Captain America.
Series, not person.
Via and Matt Milla did the Hellfire Gala.
It's a fun cover.
He's on the wait list, poor guy. Souza has done the blue variant.
I really like that cover.
And Cassidy, so there's Cassiday's red variant. Sorry.
I think Cassidy did all the color variants.
And then this is Cassiday's blue variant.
I don't really know why we needed two. I mean, I'd have understood it if they'd moved
if they switched them around.
Yeah.
That would have made some more sense. But anyway.
This way Marvel could sell an extra book without having to do any work.
And Carmen Canero's design variant is the 1 in 10.
You're going to hand them to me again because they are way over there.
All right, we have another number 1. This one from Marvel. And it's Captain Marvel, Dark Tempest, Earth's mightiest. After facing off against the Brew with the X-Men and losing someone she holds dear, Carol Danvers needs a break. She's not about to get it now. A slinky new cosmic threat comes for Earth's mightiest, and they know just who to recruit to really wreck Carol's world. A surprise legacy villain. Join industry legend Ann Nesenti and artist Paolo Vanelli as they take the torch from Kelly Thompson's record-breaking run and slingshot Captain Marvel from Harpswell Sound to the far reaches of the galaxy.
I love that Rose Besh cover. I also like that one.
That is her Hellfire Galaxy outfit. This is the CFV Stormbreakers variant. We also have a Rico variant. I couldn't read and put books up at the same time. Sorry. From Grimm Fairy Tales, we have a Cinderella versus the Queen of Hearts.
I feel like singing the Juice Newton song, but I don't know it well enough.
Playing with the Queen of Hearts. Daredevil. And Javier Guerin and Frank Martin did their Hellfire Gala variant. Kingpin. And then we have another number 1 from Stranger Comics.
An astronaut falls into the world of Delphinium after a freak accident on their satellite. Eerily similar to Earth, Delphinium has oxygen, plants, and insect life, but things are just off and can continue to go wrong. Part 1 in a 2-part miniseries, Delphinium is 28 pages of perfectly trippy sci-fi you've grown to love from Pat Alucio, which I guess if you have any idea who Pat Alucio is.
Even trippy on my camera.
Yeah.
Trippy.
Your camera says, what the hell are you showing me?
There's too many things on that page. It's trying to focus. Disney Villains continues with Maleficent number 3. We have a Sully variant. I like the castle. And Rebecca Puebla. And I super love this J. Scott Campbell.
I'm going to say that. I mean, odd for J. Scott Campbell, but that is a super nice cover. That's one of my picks. I had to have 2 picks this week for favorite cover. One of the other ones, a Rose Besh.
Wasn't that Captain Marvel?
You know what? I don't think it was the Captain Marvel. I think it was something else, but I don't know for sure.
Doctor Strange, number 5.
I actually did my picks early, so I don't remember.
And Dustin Nguyen has done Scarlet Witch's Hellfire Gala. Did my camera just die again? Okay, there it is. O'Neill Francis, you did a variant cover?
You did a variant, and you did a variant, and you did a variant.
Who is in the bubble? Or the looking glass?
I have no idea. I think it's a looking glass, but I have no idea.
Not looking glass. It's a what do you call it? Crystal orb.
Crystal ball.
Crystal ball. That's it. So it's time for Doctor Who Doomsday.
It is Doomsday. Why did I swear on the invoice it just says Doom, because that's what I copied up there. So anyway, 24 hours to find the doctor. Doom. This lonely assassin from the 51st century is hunting for her survival, and there's only one person who can save her, the doctor. Using her vortex manipulator, she'll do anything to find the tempestuous time traveler, including cavorting with the Maleficent Missy. Every hour, a new adventure, every hour closer to death. So I'm going to play the video for you, the trailer that I found. If it's copyrighted or something by the BBC, then we won't be able to play it, but hopefully it won't have an issue with it. I have to use the right mouse, though. So let's try that again.
All of time and space.
Oh. Sorry. Let's start that at the beginning. And mute it.
Hi, I'm Doom. Blame my mother. I'm the universe's greatest assassin, and in one day I'm going to die. Unless I can find the doctor. Someone sent death, literal death, after me. I can only outrun it for 24 hours. So, the clock's ticking. My vortex manipulator sends me a new target every hour. The Lesser Order of Oberon sends me a lot to choose from, and I'm picking the missions that'll, maybe, bring me to the doctor. 24 hours. All of time and space. Will I find the doctor? Ancient enemies. Old friends. Or maybe I'll go out in flames. A lot of flames. Well, it'll be better than what's coming for me. If you see the doctor, tell them I'm on my way.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe.
Nobody wants to hear from David. So anyway, if you got to see that, that's the trailer for the multimedia storyline that is Doomsday. It'll be in comics and all sorts of other different ways. I don't honestly know. Check out Doctor Who to figure that out. Anyway, it's an interesting storyline.
Gene Simmons has a comic, and it's called Dominatrix.
From Opus Comics, from the mind of legendary Gene Simmons comes an action epic flavored with fetish fantasy. I'm tired of alliteration already today. Dominique Stern is a dominatrix named Dominique.
Yes, her name is Dominique.
Hopefully that's a fake name. Anyway, Dominique Stern is used to making people hurt, but they always ask for it first. When one of her sessions is interrupted by mysterious agents who seem to have hyper strength, Dom's narrow escape leads her down the rabbit hole of a global conspiracy. Based on a story by Gene Simmons, with scripts by Holly Interlandi and art by S.L. Gallant and Maria Keene. For those of you who have an eclectic taste in their comics, this one's for you.
It was fun. I read it because I was curious.
Is it good?
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Draculina is on issue 4. Draculina Blood Simple.
Excuse me.
Is on issue 4. And we also have the Joseph Michael Linder line art 1:10 ratio variant for you. From
I'm trying to help.
I only have one. I'm just going to put on The Edge. Number 2 from Comicsburg. Exorcists Never Die, number 3. I'm looking forward to reading what happens in this one.
From Mad Cave Studios.
Yes. Fantastic Four is on issue 9. 9. And Oscar Vega did Iceman's Hellfire Gala outfit, including his car. I like that he makes his own car.
His car is made of ice?
Yep.
How does it run?
You ask crazy questions. He can make a flat piece of ice run. Why would he need to worry about an engine in his ice car?
I guess.
And also Fantastic Four Clobbering Time, number 5.
Clobbering Time.
It says, that's my line! Fence Redemption, number 2. This is super fun, guys. It's just a bunch of guys learning defense and hanging out and competing against each other. And look at this sweet cover. We're going to feature a different member of the team each issue, I'm guessing, since that's the second issue. Are we muted the whole time? No, okay.
No, I'm like, don't scare me. Did I pull the wrong video off? Why did... I'm so confused. Keep going. Don't ignore me. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Gargoyles is on issue 7. Amanda Connor did a variant cover. And Lucio Perillo. And this, I think, is the cutest cover. This is by Lyrics. Look at that. Is that not the sweetest? Jay Lee did a cover. And Tony Fleeks and Trish Forstner and their puppy dogs. And then the 1 in 10 is that Lyrics in black and white, which I just think is adorable. I think it's adorable both ways.
All those covers, but no you cover? Why didn't you do a cover?
I didn't feel like it. Grim!
You.
Grim! You didn't feel like it. Is on issue number 11.
This is a really good book back when I was reading it.
And it's a really good book back when I am reading it.
Back when you am reading it? You mean still currently?
Well, I haven't read 11 yet.
Okay. So up to number 10 at least. It could all go to crap in number 11. We don't know.
Zoo Orzu's full art 1 in 10 variant.
Oh, that is trippy.
And new art by Valdemar Rivas for the 1 in 25.
Okay, the Orzu variant is different though between the two, besides being full art, not right?
I don't think so. Is it?
I guess not.
Oh, it is. There's no.
The coloring. Okay, the coloring is different. I think I actually like it better without the blue.
Red. That's red.
Right. The one that has a logo.
Oh, there's
on it.
blue and red as well. Okay, I see the blue now. The red at the bottom is gone too.
Oh, it is. You're right. Yeah, I kind of like the gray tone one better. It's fun. That's better than just making it a.
And there's also the full art Flavio unlockable variant, 1 per store. I need to move the comics closer to me. You're too far away.
Like I said, somehow we moved to the right.
To the right,
So,
to the right.
You know, if we went to the left, then I could reach way over there. Heat Seeker, a gun honey. There you go, a gun honey series.
It says it right there.
Yeah, I know. But I was looking at this, and it's kind of hard to read.
Okay, that's an art germ cover. Super sweet.
Super sweet. I'll read. You do your thing.
Okay.
Award-winning. So again, like I said, Heat Seeker, a gun honey series from Titan Comics. Award-winning writer Charles Ardai returns to the Gun Honey universe in this action-packed spin-off featuring the sultry and explosive artwork of Ace Continuado.
That's his cover.
That's Mr. Continuado.
Mm-hmm.
If the heat is on, Dahlia Racers can help you disappear for a price. Marked for death by a U.S. intelligence agency, Gun Honey Joanna Tan turns to Dahlia Racers to help her pull a vanishing act. But the killer hot on her trail, beautiful sociopath Sarah Claride, will leave bodies strewn from New York to Las Vegas to Tijuana, Mexico, if it means cornering Dahlia and breaking her. Was that foil?
Mm-hmm. But it's also the 1 in 10 in full art.
Not foil.
No.
We have a video, so don't go too far, but I will wiggle the foil in front of the camera first for a second, so you can
I have
get
the wrong camera. I can't
all the
hear.
reflections.
I'll wiggle you from the video on. Super fun.
So hopefully, y'all got to see that.
Oh, okay.
And if you did get to see that, then you saw what the bagged version looks like, although it had some bars over the multi bits. If you didn't get to see that, well, we apologize. We don't put the music to the trailers. So
We don't control whether we get copyright issued.
So anywho, Hairball number 4 now, right?
Yeah.
Hairball is a really, really good book about
I love
a
this black cover.
possibly demon cat. Well, I think pretty much definitely demon cat at this point. But anyway,
Marvel's facsimile this week is Hulk 180. What happens in Hulk 180?
it's the first cameo appearance of Wolverine.
I knew 181 was his first appearance. So here's the Untold Tales of I Hate Fairyland. And we have a video for you.
I thought you were going to read it first. Okay, I will video.
Okay,
No.
I'll read. A 5-issue anthology series featuring untold tales based on Eisner Award-winning writer Scotty Young's best-selling comic I Hate Fairyland, with stories written and drawn by a stellar lineup of creators. Creators Scotty Young and Aaron Conley pit Gert against an uncouth barbarian in Brood the Brutal, and in Don't Trust the Pig in Apartment 23 by Dean Ranke, Gert finds herself at the wrong end of a classic fairy tale. And that's right. Now we have a video.
So see, that's one page, one panel cameo for Wolverine.
I see it.
Already.
So this is actually a video for the first series, right?
First series, I believe, the French version.
So hone up on your high school French, guys, because here you go.
So join Scotty Young and Gert for some untold tales of I Hate Fairyland.
I love how in one of them she starts talking one way and the little bug, whatever his name is, I can never remember his name, says don't do that again. And she says, I'm not, but not because you told me to, but because it just didn't work.
Alrighty.
It's very funny. Junk Rabbit. Junk Rabbit is on issue 4 of 5, and I love this magazine cover, but I super love the story. I had to read this one. This is, I have certain books that I have to read, and this was one of the ones. Super love this.
I have not even read the first issue yet. I need to give that a try.
Yeah. King Kong: The Great War is on issue 2. We have several covers for Mr. King Kong. Mr. Kong? Mr. King?
Mr. King.
Mr. Kong, I guess.
I'd have to call him Mr. King.
There you go. All right, and now it's time for the DC event of the summer.
Alrighty. Night Terrors. Let's play you the video first. Gives you a good idea what's going on here.
States the DC universe in a
I'll even pause it and start at the very beginning. I don't know why these are out of...
horror devastates the DC universe in a terrifying 2-month event. Dawn of DC Night Terrors. Discover the nightmares of DC's greatest heroes as a disturbing new villain plunges Earth into darkness and the sleepless nights attack. The battle for the waking world starts in July. It's not just a dream.
So, this is taking over the DC universe for the next 2 months. Most of the regular titles will be replaced, for lack of a better word, with a 2-issue self-contained storyline.
But it is the same creators that are doing.
A lot of them are the same creators. Not everyone, but a lot of them are the same creators. But 2-issue story that ties into Nightblood. Now, I read everything though this first week except for one of the books. Now, some of the books tie in like straight on. They're part of the series, in fact, the Night Terror series, while others are more tales of sort of things that are also happening while the heroes are plunged to sleep and have insomnia going through their head. I will start reading while Joetta is showing you pictures. Night Terror's First Blood, one shot. Night Terror starts here. When Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman find the body of one of their earliest enemies inside the Hall of Justice, their investigation takes them past the land of the living, beyond the land of the dead, and directly to a new villain called Insomnia, who uses his powers to engulf every single hero and villain in their own dark and twisted nightmares. The only way to save the world is to call for the help of an unlikely hero, Deadman. The thrills and chills of Night Terrors are brought to the DC Universe by DC architect and superstar writer Joshua Williamson, with horrific art by comics legend Howard Porter. So like I said, I've read most of these. The art, I love the art. I love the art in this first one shot.
This is Howard Porter's Darkest Hour full art neon ink.
They're doing a neon cover for many of the series. Did you read it yet?
Not yet. And now we have the first book, Night Terror's Batman. This
is one of the ones. This is also written by Joshua Williamson instead of the usual Batman writer, Chip Zdarsky. Joshua Williamson took over to write the Night Terror storyline. And this continues pretty much straight from the Night Terror's one-shot. It's really integral to the storyline. Batman is trapped in the Nightmare Realm. Ever since becoming Batman, Bruce Wayne has been a creature of the night. He transformed himself into a symbol that gave the criminals of Gotham nightmares. But now, trapped in the Nightmare Realm, Bruce is stalked by the horror he created. Can he escape before his own nightmares pull him deeper into the darkness? Of all the number ones for the 2-issue miniseries, this was by far the best. I absolutely love this story. It's also got a backup story that continues from the Night Terror's Free Comic Book Day book featuring Damian.
This is the 125 with the glowy red eyes. And all the Night Terror books have this really super fun black and red midnight variant. All right, next is Black Adam.
This is the only one that I have not read, so unfortunately I cannot tell you much about it.
Hold on so I can read other. Oh, it is mine. Black Adam is defending Kahndaq from a border assault when the deadly nightmare wave sweeps the planet, putting all men, women, and children into the nightmare realm, including the fierce monarch. But what's the deepest, darkest nightmares? What horror can put fear into the heart of Black Adam? Night Terror begins. And here's the midnight variant for Black Adam. Yeah. All right. Keep going. We have the Joker.
By regular Joker writer Matthew Rosenberg, the Joker's worst nightmare becomes a reality. He's got a day job. How will he handle meetings that could have been emails? Why did management cancel Bring Your Child to Work Day? Who will want to make small talk at the coffee machine? What is Helen going to pick up for lunch? And who is the masked madman terrorizing Gotham at night? Now, all I have to say is I've read this one. This is the second best one by far. This description doesn't even begin to do justice. Essentially, quite accidentally, Joker and his henchmen have killed Batman. And without a Batman, he's kind of at a loss of what to do. So he spends his time watching Real Housewives of Metropolis and then decides, well, I'll just get a job. And he gets an office job, and he hates it, of course. But in spite of doing everything he can to make sure it doesn't go well, he gets promoted and promoted and promoted. I mean, he kills off his boss at one point, so that's part of the reason he got promoted, because the guy was dead. Neither here nor there.
You're telling the whole story.
I'm not. There's more to it than that. But as it turns out, there's still a Batman around, and it's really bugging the heck out of him who the heck this other Batman is, because he's got the corpse of Batman in his closet. Ew. This story is absolutely phenomenal.
He has real skeletons in his closet.
You have to read. Yeah, he does. He really does. You have to read this story. This is the best Joker story I have ever read in my life. I mean, obviously not as impactful as Killing Joke or things like that, but this is a phenomenal Joker story. You have to read it, and it's funny too. It's really funny. Anyway, Poison Ivy by regular series writer G. Willow Wilson. It's another absolutely gorgeous and serene day in Pamela Isley's lovely little neighborhood. Everyone and everything here is wall-to-wall smiles. Nothing ever goes wrong. Everyone is friends, and best of all, it's made just for Ivy with lots and lots of love. Now, Pammy, don't frown, don't fuss, and don't fret. Just because this wasn't what you thought you wanted, that doesn't mean you won't fit like a glove. Now have some pie, dear. Don't think too hard, and just smile. So Harley and Poison Ivy are living in the perfect neighborhood. Like I said, everybody smiles.
125.
And Harley, that's the 1 in 25. And Poison Ivy can't stand it. But Harley is happy as all get out. And I wish I had an open one so I could show you what their next door neighbor Batman looks like.
They live next door to Batman?
Yes, Batman lives next door, which freaks Pam out at first. Ivy out at first. But he's out there grilling in shorts, no shirt, and his cowl on.
Well, that's what he was wearing on the swimsuit edition.
That's true. It was. Wasn't it?
That's funny.
He's out there grilling, and he invites them to have lunch with he and Selena, who is pregnant.
Uh-huh.
Really fun book. Really weird and wacky.
Her nightmare is Selena's pregnant. That's funny.
Well, her nightmare, in her nightmare, yes, but the nightmare is living in the perfect 50s neighborhood.
Night Terror's Ravenger. Defend your life, Rose Wilson. Ravenger is separated from Stormwatch and trapped in a nightmare world where she must protect her younger self from being consumed and corrupted by the Murder Man and his blood-crazed slaughter squadron. Can Ravenger protect a young Rose Wilson without losing her own identity? Why does the Murder Man seem so familiar? And how does he know so much about Rose?
What is the name of this character?
Ravager.
I swear you keep putting an N in there. Ravenger. I think that is a really, really fun cover right there. That is super creepy, but I really like that cover. Is that a Bettina? Nobody knows.
You'll have to look at the back.
No, that is a Felipe Massafara. I really like that cover. That is just super, super creepy. So that is all of the first week's worth of Night Terrors. Like I said, some are quintessential. That's not the word I wanted. Some are important reads to the store overall storyline. Some are just in tales of sort of vein. But all the ones I read, I enjoyed. So anyway,
you're here so often, Mrs. Peterson. You're such a wonderful wife. Oh, so kind. Thank goodness they don't know the frightening truth. Love everlasting.
This was an interesting book.
What number are we on now, Derek?
Unfortunately, I lost track of it long ago.
9. Marvel Zero, a one-shot.
This reprints the two
and David Marquez did the variant cover.
Marvel comics from Pre-Comic Book Day. So it's got the Batman, it's got the Spider-Man, the Venom, the Avengers, and the Uncanny X-Men all in
Mosley, number 5 of 5. I was late to coming to Mosley. I really enjoyed it. When I realized it was the 5th issue, I was like, oh gosh, it's time to read it. And I enjoyed it a lot. So if you haven't read Mosley, let me know and we'll get you cooked up because it was a lot of fun. But the 2 full arts are one for Shores. And now it's time for DC's facsimile of the week. It's My Greatest Adventure featuring the Doom Patrol.
And that is the regular cover.
And they have a foil copy.
Which personally, I really like these foils. I'm actually getting the facsimiles just because of the foils. I like that. That is such a fun touch in my opinion. And in case you don't know, My Greatest Adventure 86 features the first appearance of the Doom Patrol.
My Little Pony is on issue 14, and they are introducing a new character. And there she is. Isn't she cute? A new pony joins the herd. No One is a 10-issue series, and we are on number 4. And there's a variant cover. And the full art is by Rob Reese.
And if you're enjoying the No One series, don't forget there's also the live. Well, it's live. There's
That's
also the podcast.
All right. North Valley Grimoire is on issue 2. I super enjoyed this. I at first thought, oh my gosh, I haven't read number 1. But as soon as I started reading number 2, I remembered exactly what happened in number 1. And I was really thrilled I had read it. So, variant covers. We have a Back to the Future homage.
Number 1 was really good. I haven't read number 2 yet.
We have Big Trouble in Little China homage. We have Big Trouble in Little China VHS movie homage. And we have the Back to the Future VHS homage.
More homage than you can shake a stick at.
Tales from Nottingham is on issue number 5. And if you missed it, it's a 6-issue series, so there's one more. But if you missed it, we now have, is this just second print? Yeah. Second print of number 1 for you as well.
I'm pretty sure we also
in
have
the black and white.
First print still. I could be wrong, though.
Once Upon a Time at the End of the World is on issue number something or other 7. I really thought 6 was over. I thought it was the end. It was not. And it totally makes sense why it was not. So this is issue 7. I've already read it. It's great. You need to read it. You need to be reading this book. And there's the variant cover. You need to be reading this book. You just do.
I can agree that number 1 was really good. Unfortunately, I got no further. So
Peacemaker Tries Hard, number 3. His face is not. That's pretty funny. So we have.
If you're a fan of the
His
Peacemaker
Gun and His
TV
Eagle?
show, then this book is right up your alley, I assure you.
And the movie poster variant. Phantom Road is on issue 5 as well.
Really solid horror book from Jeff
Horror
Lemire.
story?
Yeah.
And the variant cover is by David Aja.
Looking forward to catching up on that one.
And then it's time for our next new number 1 from Sumerian Comics. It's Pink Elephant.
From the creators of Heavy Metal Drummer, Purple Oblivion, and The Firstborns comes this 80s slasher, lethargic, weird, indie Lynch-esque story. It's capital L as in David Lynch. A group of teens on a road trip meet a creepy old woman at a gas station. A brief back-and-forth conversation with her leads to a night of acid trips, teen hijinks, and a giant killer with an elephant head. Things are about to get weird.
They're not weird with the giant elephant head? Okay.
Apparently not.
Okay.
It only gets weird after that.
Speaking of weird books, we have Pop Scars, number 4.
Number 1 was amazingly good. I was really surprised. I was not expecting much of this series, but I really enjoyed number 1. I need to get caught up with it.
Carl Slaminski's variant cover here. And now, Derek doesn't have a description for it, but we have Project Rise. It is a advanced reader copy from Mad Cave Studios.
I don't do descriptions for advanced reader copies.
But we do have a description for Prometheus in Chains, number 1.
The Third Nightmare from Rich Davis. Professors Victor and Elizabeth Frankenstein Frankenstein have joined the Manhattan Project after fleeing Nazi Germany. When Elizabeth passes away from cancer caused by radiation exposure, Victor spirals into the deepest depths of depression. Haunted by guilt, grief, and regret, a new kind of monster comes to life.
Okay. How do you say the name of the book?
Prometheus in Chains?
No. The book that has a monster.
Frankenstein.
Okay, then why did you say Frankenstein scene there?
Why did I say Frankenstein? Because of Young Frankenstein.
Okay, wait, the second time you read it, you still said Frankenstein.
Because I'm trying to stop myself.
I was trying to figure out whether you actually called it Frankenstein or
No, I know it's Frankenstein. Did I say Steen? Really?
Yes, the second time you said Steen as well.
Sorry. No, Frankenstein is from Young Frankenstein because he is not Frankenstein. He is Frankenstein. Hang on, we have a trailer.
Why does it say June 7th?
Did it really?
It did.
Because it's very late, I guess.
It's very late. It's not June 7th.
Anyway, what do you got next?
Hey, it's not a whole month late.
No.
Sonic! Sonic is on issue 62. And we have Spawn, because Spawn is on issue 343. And Kabar has done the variant cover with the stained glass windows that I've been loving so much. And then the full art is super, super sweet. I love it. They got closer up to him, which is cool. All right, so it's the conclusion of Maxed Out. That's right. It is Spider-Man number 10.
Spider-Man.
And Stephanie Hans does some beautiful artwork, but her Hellfire Gala Phoenix is just gorgeous.
That would be an amazing fall cover.
That is just gorgeous.
That is very gorgeous.
Edge of Spider-Verse is on number 4. Jose Maria Casanovas did this variant.
I don't know if you're putting them up too high or what. But...
And Rian Gonzalez did this super sweet variant.
And this cover is also the first cover appearance of the character. I would tell you the name of the character, but I don't remember.
Well, that would be the A cover, not the Rian Gonzalez cover.
Not according to what I read, but anyway.
That is the same character on all 3 covers.
Don't ask me. I'm only repeating things I read. I don't know. Maybe it's like this little black blobby thing or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Star Wars is on issue number 36. And Chris Sprouse is still doing those 40th anniversaries. And John Tyler Christopher is still doing those action figure variants. But now we have Jerry Ordway and his homage. What's it called? Trade dress. There you go.
Okay, so you know how much I've told you I refuse to buy. I'm trying my hardest not to buy comics for covers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. These are absolutely amazing. I love every one of these homage to the Marvel
trade dress
comics. Those are so cool. I want them so badly, but I'm not buying them.
Star Wars Yoda.
Yoda.
Issue 9. For the little green man.
We met him in the swamp down in Dagobah.
Clayman has done the A cover for Steelworks.
Is he a Clayman?
Which is on this number 2. He's covered in steel, but he could be a Clayman. I don't know. If you watched Superman and Lois, you'll know that he went off to starts Steelworks.
On the TV show.
Clayton Henry did the A cover for Adventures of Superman John Kent number 5. And Jim Chung did the variant cover. And Injustice Among Us, a variant is by Hayden Sherman.
I really like that cover. That is very fun.
All right, it's time for another number 1. This one from Image Comics. It's Swan Songs. Take it away.
Ice Cream Man creator W. Maxwell Prince continues his weird winning one-shot formula with this all-new multi-artist project that explores the way things end, and also how they never really do. Swan songs comprises stories about endings: the end of the world, the end of a marriage, the end of a sentence, the end of the end of the world, the end of the end of the world, which I suppose one might consider the beginning of a new world. And along for the terminal ride are some of comics' greatest and brightest artists. The first apocalyptic issue, The End of the World, is drawn by none other than Department of Truth's Martin Simmons. As all things come to a close, these are swan songs.
These are their swan songs.
These are the swan songs.
Anyway. TMNT Armageddon Game.
So the Ice Cream Man is horror stories, and Haha was about clowns, and now we have this one about endings. And those are both awesome covers.
Anyway, Armageddon Games on issue number 8. It's time for those annuals. That's right, Thor annual this week. And we have a George Perez variant.
Now this one is not part of the Contest of Chaos storyline, right?
It didn't say it was.
Yeah, I don't think this one is.
Most of the rest of them had said Contest of Chaos on somewhere.
Yeah.
And this is the Elena Casagrande's 2023 Women of Marvel variant, which of course features Valkyrie. And David Marquez and Romulo Fajardo Jr. have done Thor's Hellfire Gala outfit for this year.
They see almost put on something to cover his top.
You have to have a shoulder to hold the cape on. And it's another new number 1. That's right. From Advent Comics, it's Thorn. When harm done to the community of Rosebush Heights comes from the hands of law enforcement, city officials, and other legal channels, a masked vigilante rises up to push back against government-approved evils. Thorn takes to the night to make sure his neighborhood is safe from outsiders that bring perverted justice. Meanwhile, Alton Eldridge, who operates the local community center, is trying to work with the city to keep private investors from buying up Rosebush properties and forcing residents out of their homes. When the kidnapping of a Rosebush teenager sends the community into a panic, both Thorn and Alton spring into action. I have not read this yet, but do you think Thorn and Alton are the same person?
Yeah, I kind of sort of thought maybe that from the description, that's for sure. No comics are harmed in the making of this video. Well,
Stop!
up to that point, no comics have been
Stop
harmed.
jinxing me. Torrent. I don't know what issue it's on. 5. Torrent's on issue 5. Venom is on issue 22. And we have Ryan Stegman's The Other variant. And we have Mike Vashberg's variant. And we have Joshua Cassara and Frank Martin's Dylan Brock, who sadly is on the wait list, but still has his Hellfire Gala outfit put together.
He's just a kid. So.
And the 1 in 25 is by Bjorn Behrens. We also have Venom Lethal Protector. Oops, that's not the A cover. This is the A cover. Sorry, start with the A cover. There we go. No? Nope. That was the A cover. We only have the one. That was the A cover of Lethal Protector. But then this is the A cover of Venomverse. Extreme Venomverse.
No, there's only one cover for.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's not that we have the A cover, we have the only cover.
And then Brian Stegman's Other variant and Peach Momoko did a variant. Venom hiding in the flowers. I love that. Ken Lashley did the symbiote variant.
Is he wearing a hat? That looks to me like he's wearing a hat.
He made his symbiote into a hat. Yes, I like that. And Takashi Okazaki did the 1 in 25. Is she a new character?
She is a new character. And I am absolutely in love with her already, just from looking at her on the cover of these two books. And this 1 in 25 variant is going through the roof because of it. Like 2 bills.
Walking Dead Deluxe Edition is on issue 66. And it's time for another number one. That's right, it's Weird Work from Image Comics.
You show the covers, and then I'll play the video.
We gotta read.
Oh, sorry. Legendary British artist Shaky Kane and writer Jordan Thomas are your guides through the corrupt, seedy streets of Stellar City in their new miniseries. The hard-boiled noir of LA Confidential mixes with the bright, alien-filled worlds of Futurama in this crime epic. Following months of gang shootings, Detective Ovra Sase is paired with a new partner on a triple homicide. But what were a billionaire's assistant, a hood-turned cult leader, and Swase's former partner doing in that warehouse? So it does sound interesting. Cover art is really...
Oh, how much
Sorry.
did we miss? All of that.
Probably, yes. Everything since Weird Work. We're sorry, folks. We read to you about X-Men, and we talked about X-Men art covers, and we talked about how Gambit can have her, and I think that gets us caught up.
Fall of X is coming. As the 19th century due to a close, the dying Nathaniel Essex unleashed 4 clones of himself into the world. They've been haunting it ever since, while lurking in the shadows. We know what Sinister has been up to, but what about the others? In this issue, we dive into their past and discover their latest atrocity when they start to date. There you go. That was a description of X-Men.
Sorry about that.
Batman,
folks.
5 scariest stories for a dark night. Aren't they cute? We also have Disney's The Haunted Mansion Little Golden Book, but it's not so little. It's the oversized Little Golden Book.
I didn't know they made oversized Little Golden Books. Little Golden Book. Oversized Little Golden Book.
You are really bad at that. Do you
I
want some
can't
help?
see. I mean, I'm blocking my view.
So Art of Coloring Disney, Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas Revised Edition coloring book. And see, we started with Nightmare Before Christmas, and we've almost ended. I should have left this to the very end, but I didn't. I didn't think about it until just now. I'll put it back up there at the end. So our motto, we have Classroom of the Elite, Horikita. And then we have Made in Abyss, number 11. We have, if you got a free comic book day sample of this book, Clark and Lex, the now graphic novel is now out in the young adults.
Saying the now graphic novel is now out sounds like
The graphic novel is now out. Anyway, I can't speak. Anyway, Barbaric Axe to Grind and Murderable Offenses. That's right. If you make special requests of graphic novels, we will do our best to go find them for you and bring them in. That's the same for Batman White Knight and Batman Curse of the White Knight. We are more than happy to go searching down books for you. But anyway, I'll put this back up here because this is going to end us our Christmas in July, our Nightmare Christmas in July. Bye, guys.
Bye. We'll see you. They will see you tomorrow for a new comic book day, and we hope you guys are having a great holiday, 4th of July.
Happy 4th.
We hope you watch this at some point. Enjoy your fireworks tonight. Be safe. Don't be sorry. And I guess that's all. So I will hit end broadcast, and then I'll drool over some Harley Quinn covers that I just saw.